Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Welcome to this jam-packed information all-star episode of Thor News. I'm going to start out by reminding you guys that for about a year now, I've been telling you that I figured out probably one of the most important scientific theories in modern history, and that is Planetary Orbital Angular Momentum. And that I figured out when all the gas giants, which is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, are on the same side, Earth gets very volcano-y and it gets extremely earthquakey. And I'm pretty sure the sun gets kind of wild. And so we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus on the same side, and we are out in front as all the planets are on the side, as all the planets swing around and there is not a lot of balance. Remember that there has to be balance to the solar system. If not, things start to change. And so today, everybody's kind of freaking out because there's been a third earthquake in the Florida, Georgia area in about the last week. And so Mike's weather page, which is the weather page I always go to, what the hell, another quake. This makes 3 in the same area recently. Did you feel it? What do you think it is? Well, I've been saying, due to planetary angular orbital momentum, we're going to see a lot more earthquakes on the East Coast over the next 6 years until Jupiter comes around. And on the West Coast, we are going to see volcanoes erupt. And I think now there's a 50% chance we will see a volcano erupt in California this year in May. I would say 75% chance next year, and a 99% chance a volcano will erupt in California in the next few years. Now let me get to some of the information just so you can have a better idea where to put it all. Like, for example, here is Lesson Peak. The last eruption of a volcano in California came May 22nd, 1915. And guess what? In the exact same year, Flagstaff, Arizona got 36 inches of snow. Guess how many inches of snow they got this year? 36 inches. And so when we look at the exact same date on the orbital, you will see that all the gas giants are on the exact same side of the sun. And so let's go to our New Madrid earthquake, 1812, December 16th, 1911. You will find that all the gas giants are on the same side of the sun. And so there's no balance. And so every single big earthquake or volcano eruption in America that I've tracked back, they all take place when all the gas giants are on the same side of the sun. And so that is why I've been doing what I do. And that is why I've been trying to inform everybody that, yes, carbon may make a difference. Yes, quote-unquote grand solar minimum may make a difference. But right now, I think it is the alignment and the position of all the planets that is causing all the wild, wacky weirdness. And so all my theories keep hitting like bullseyes, and I still keep having more trouble bringing you guys the truth. And so today we have a major mass storm coming, which is now moving over the United States. But another thing I want to show you, I want to show you how, and like last year's Category 4 hurricane, which everybody was saying it wouldn't even be a Category 1, was it Florence? I was saying it'll be Cat 4, Cat 5, and I did that based off of what I call the Eris alignment. Remember, it's that planet they found in 2006, and then they demoted Pluto, and everybody forgot about it. And so let's go to May. Let's go to around May of this year. And so I'm literally timing a hurricane in October. Did I get it right? And a big, huge April storm off of the Eris alignment. And I was right last year, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right this year. But it's basically like when the Earth lines up with Eris within 11 days, plus or minus, I guess it's closer to April, then we will see a major storm. And so at the end of April or May, we are going to see a major storm based off the Eris alignment. And so that's how I can call these things way out far ahead of time. Does that sound good? I mean, it is as solid as information, and I think in a world where people are allowed to have different opinions, I'm the only one who's come up with this theory. I'm the only one who's quote unquote pushing this theory, but I can nail earthquakes, volcanoes, and hurricanes with it. And whereas other places are good at telling you about storms as they're happening, I'm good about telling you storms to watch out for 2 weeks ahead of time. Because I have been telling you guys about this major storm, and notice it has multiple components that look extremely nasty, which will now be a record-breaking pressure over the plains. And so I know last night when I went to bed, we had a few tornadoes spinning up over New Mexico. I just woke up. I'm checking the thing that's been freaking me out for days, which is the flood forecast map, and now it has 362 projected rivers flooding, with 40 major flooding, 93 moderate, and 229 in minor. And of course, yes, all the weight is going to be added. Any weight here, as the Mississippi widens, is going to increase the chances of earthquakes as well. And so we have a very, very messy, sticky situation. And as your planetary defense commander, I've been saying this is the #1 clear and present danger to all Americans. And this is something that everybody should be focused on. And now they're focused on some yuppie story where really rich, famous ladies paid to get their daughters into some rich college, because everybody loves to gossip. That's how everybody gets their self-esteem, it appears these days, is by putting other people down. And well, that's not how I get mine. I get mine by kicking ass, telling the truth, and sometimes telling jokes. I would like my sense of humor to return, though. As you can see, here is our severe weather map for the day, and it is encompassing about 65% of the entire contiguous United States. And this is fog, because we have a volcano that has been going off nonstop in Mexico for about 6 weeks. We have a sun that has been putting out probably 40% more coronal holes than I've ever seen it do. So over the last year, I think we've gotten about 40% more solar wind than normal. So, I mean, everything, it's all here as I've been laying it out for you. And this is a look at the next 48 hours of this big storm, which is a Kansas cane, that term brought to us by Ian Livingston. And like I've said, if you are in the path of the storm, and a lot of people will be, because the top of it is going to be a blizzard, nasty snow, ice conditions. The bottom is going to be heavy rain, which is going to exacerbate flooding situations. Here's a look at our monster now as it is tightening up and moving. And she's not even in her final form yet. She's getting there. But when this happens, we're going to see some pretty nasty straight line winds. And we're going to see some hellacious lightning and just your overall severe weather madness. Now you've got its tail pushing ahead into like Buffalo, Syracuse. We're passing over the Four Corners. And this thing is just going to keep going and keep being a monster. Now here is, I believe this is today's look. If you are in the orange spot, I would definitely stay aware of this major storm until the squall line passes you. We're talking Memphis, Tennessee, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Bartlett, Tennessee, South Haven, Mississippi, and Greenville, Mississippi. And so now we're looking at I think it's the water vapor loop, and the black usually means dryness. And so we're getting these spots down here, which means I would be on the lookout for earthquake and volcano activity, although it would be seamount under water. And once again, suspicious observers, who I always recommend as well, he had a earthquake alert for right about here, I believe, which would match up with my Thor News, because I just go by these black dots, man. He goes by, I think, echo blots from the sun. I go by the black dots on this map. You can see some down here, you can see some down there, and then SO and I nailed together right down here. He put out a alert for Chile and Peru, and so did I, based off this big black spot. And so we have a major volcano eruption happening down in Chile. And so What else we got? Here's our earthquake eruptions over the last week, and Earth is a rockin'. You can go ahead and come and knocking if you want. I know that Europe has been undergoing a pretty nasty storm. Ireland has been getting the worst of it, from what I understand. Here we're taking a look at wind gusts. This is as of right now, and as you can see, the wind map is 10 times worse than it showed us 2 days ago. And so a lot of people, anywhere from New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, this thing is going to move east slowly. So it is going to be a problem. And it's going to create problems. And remember, our severe weather season has just begun. And Mercury is still in retrograde. So that is why more and more people are having misunderstandings. And I'm not communicating very clearly or very well, which I wish I was. Damn, I want my sense of humor back. How are you guys doing? What are you wearing? I know that I love you. And also, you got to remember, this is a relationship, man. So if I pick up the mic and talk to you guys every single day, I'm going to have up days and I'm going to have down days. And yesterday I had to delete like 3 videos because I don't want to hear any negative comments. But yeah, I was agitated after I went to the DMV for 4.5 hours. And I walked home 5.5 miles. So I was not in a good mood after that. And so yeah, we all have our ups and our downs. That's all I'm saying. So as you can see, the storm will have moved out by the end of the weekend, hopefully. But it's going to cause some major problems. And then we got a new kerfuffle coming up through Florida that me and Dadabu, the Wave Master, will be watching for Florida. Because it has a chance to bring some nasty lows. This is today. Got some nasty wind and wild weather coming into Ireland, the United Kingdom, France. And it will be moving over. And this is what I was looking at last night. Like, you guys almost have an atmospheric river coming to you guys. Here, I'll put this here. See that? It's gonna this whole thing is just gonna stream moisture into Ireland and the UK for about a week. So you guys are up next in the wave after wave after wave after wave pattern. And watch how the storm watch now blows up into Canada and almost into Greenland. And so, and as you can see, some parts of Europe are going to be getting a lot of water and a lot of rain and a lot of wind for like a week. You guys are definitely in the stormy pattern, and this is almost like a straight fire hose straight into the UK and Ireland. And so I will keep watching out for all you guys. That's what I do. Let's see what else. But yeah, today is definitely a day that today and tomorrow are going to be severe weather days into the weekend. And it's our jet stream, and our jet stream is all types of foobar. It has no idea what it's doing. But then, like I said, the erupting volcano. Oh, actually, let's go to Popocatépetl. Popocatépetl. It's a volcano. So yeah. Wait, let me go. Doom, doom, doom. And so I will be here telling you guys everything best I can all day, giving you updates because I'm your planetary defense commander. But there's our volcano. And now when we zoom out, you'll see that most of the moisture is going over the heat bubble that's being created by this thing. And it has been going on for like 6 weeks nonstop. We're talking ash, gas, you name it. And yes, that affects the atmosphere. Yes, that affects the weather. It's right by that hot spot right here. See how it goes, the volcano's about there, and the hot spot's about there. You know, a kindergartner can figure this shit out. Anyway, okay, so this is your update for the day. I think it is a great update. I'm still about $60 away from my goal, from getting my medicine. People have been bitching about me complaining, or me saying that I'm trying to raise $60 more to get my medicine. And, you know, tough cookies, man. I wouldn't talk about it unless I just want to get my medicine there. I'll shut up about it. And so if you can contribute or donate to Thor News, I'll leave my PayPal link at the bottom. I put this quote-unquote advertisement at the end. I don't know what else to do to make you people happy, but I love you guys. And so I will be on this all day, and it's the storm I've been telling you about for 2 weeks. And the reason we are having all the weird earthquakes is because of planetary angular momentum and the solar activity. And yeah, there's a 50% chance we're going to see a volcano eruption in California this year at Lesson Peak. I don't know how to put it any more clearly or how to do a better job. I love you guys. Stay cool. We'll make it through together. God bless everyone.